Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. It's okay if you make an audible sigh. Come into this space with me, ground into this present moment, and be here. Today we're talking about how do you get to the root of the problem, essentially. How do you get under what's really wrong? You know, if you feel anxious or frustrated or whatever other emotion, what is that signaling to you? What is the message? The way to do this is to really look at the deeper layer. So what is the feeling that's coming up? Acknowledge it. Is it frustration? Is it, anxiousness? Is it, whatever? But what's under it? Oftentimes with irritability and frustration, it's anger. It's really deep anger. And, oftentimes under that anger, it's old wounds. So the second step is to look at the trigger. What is the trigger that got you to feeling here? And you might have to unwind back 24 hours. Were there multiple triggers? What is the commonality in those triggers? What's the through line? What is present in every one of those situations? And then ask yourself, where can you take responsibility for what's showing up? That's the most important piece, because if we walk around all day blaming other people, projecting, being angry at what's happening or not happening, but we take no responsibility for the experience that we are co-creating, we can't shift it. So for example, I woke up this morning frustrated. I unwound that to deeper anger. I unwound that to seeing that I was letting other people's stuff disempower me and allowing people to, I wasn't having strong enough boundaries, for example. So I was holding other people's stuff in a way that was disempowering because it was taking care of other and doing for other before fully supporting myself, and that felt draining and that felt frustrating and that triggered old stuff. And then from there, it's really about how do you reposition and fill up from there. So it's just looking at what adjustments you can make with compassion and non-judgment. So I see that I need stronger boundaries. I see that I need to only give a certain amount unless I am met and things are reciprocal. Because when the exchange isn't reciprocal, that's where I get angry because I feel all these different things because of old stuff. So I can take responsibility for showing up with empowering and useful, supportive, healthy boundaries at every step so that I'm constantly in a reciprocal flow of energy with the universe and with people, and I'm not overgiving and I'm not undergiving. And reciprocity is really the lesson there for me. It's an even flow of receiving and giving, and that's nourishing. And so now immediately I went from feeling, triggered by old anger and getting caught in that wound to just like, oh my gosh, I just opened way more energy for myself, quick little shift and adjustment, and now I feel great.